Hello? This thing on? I think it is. Is it? Oh yes, it is. Hi, hello. I'm Kens. You stumbled upon this video. I'm gonna be yapping about something. I post rarely, so like uh this is gonna be like one of those times where I'm just doing my own thing. I randomly got the idea to get up off my ass, do something, record myself yapping about something that someone on the internet might find in the future, and this might be helpful for you. So if you want to stay, you can stay. But let me give you a little introduction. I'm a Catholic. I'm a Christian. I'm a Catholic Christian. Hi. I believe in God and the Mother of God, and so on and so forth. The the Holy Spirit, Father Almighty God, and Jesus Christ. Fundamental things. I've been locked in with my faith 2 years now. After I was raised Catholic, I went atheist and then went agnostic, and then I eventually snapped out of it. Like when I was 18, I'm locked in now. I'm like 20, turning 21 next year. I got my scapular today. My brown scapular. I've given up my life to Mary. I'm like, hey Mary, I devote myself to you, so you might be able to bring me closer to God. But anyways, that's not what I'm here. It's not. This video is not all about me for today. It's about someone else. It's a group of people. So it's titled. This video's titled. This video's title is called like, why you should date a Christian. This matters because a lot of you guys probably dated before, like me. I've dated like a long time. For the majority of my time, my life, I've been dating people, and as you can probably see now, I'm single. My butt is single, and I'm just a quirky little dude. Okay, I'm a quirky little dude on the internet. And I don't really, get into too much problems as you might think. Now that I live in a very peaceful environment, this damn camera is gonna stay with me for the rest of my recording. I'll keep it up there so I don't accidentally destroy it. I've been dating for a long while, several years. My last breakup was like, I don't know, a year now. Like a year ago. Almost a year ago. And I'm locked in with God. I'm in my season of waiting, as a lot of Christians would probably say. Where's my Boaz? Where's my Proverbs 31 woman? I've been trying to become a good husband, trying to be a good Christian. And I've realized a bunch of things, being single, being alone. And that is what's different about a Christian dude. Okay, so one question I'd like to ask you. What do you believe in? Most people say, I believe in myself, I am God, my reality conforms to me. And everyone else is either an NPC or just a passerby, and or some like tragic tale that's about to unfold. Every person has their own beliefs. Atheists believe what they want to believe in. Christians can believe what they believe in. Muslims, so on and so forth. But there's something strange about it. There's something strange about Christians, because you see. God exists. They believe that God exists, and God is omniscient, omnipotent. He knows future, past, present, and he also is like omniscient. He's there with you. He exists like wherever you go. He's watching over you. That also means that he's keeping track of a lot of things. They fear God. And usually, if there's a divine entity looking over your shoulder, you probably would think twice about doing something bad. In my years of experience, dating atheist women or people that don't care about religion suck. Oh my gosh! Hi Ziggy, I'm recording a video. But anyways, continuing on. A lot of relationships I've realized they don't really pan out very well. Like a lot of like you've probably seen heard horror stories of breakups. They I personally had my fair share of tragic breakups. Like, oh, they broke up because they cheated. Oh, they fell out of love. And for a lot of relationships, they look stable, yes, but what do you really know underneath them? Like, it's collapsing in silence, I guess. And nobody really knows what's going on under the seams, under the weather. When a storm hits, what happens? And psychology states, or well, a lot of guys say this, but it's a 3-month rule, right? You might get into a relationship with them for 3 months, and then someone can only lie for so long. Like, once 3 months hits, you're gonna realize that you're gonna start seeing who they really are. Their colors start to show, and like who they are or isn't really who they really think they were. So, kind of boom sound effect. Only people can only lie for so long. Is my point. When the honeymoon phase ends, you're gonna start seeing the cracks in the person. Sad to say. Passion eventually fades away, and vibes lie. Like, you might think that this woman or this guy is really cool, but you're gonna realize that they're not. Like, once you really get under their skin, you see what they do, what they think. You're gonna be like, wow, completely different guy. And oh wow. I'm not here to talk about religious superiority, but I'm here to, tell you that a relationship founded in Christ is different because it survives, right? Think about it. Let me cook. The fear of God shapes how we love. Okay. Let me cook. If someone fears God, right? They won't play around. They're not playing around. They're not play with your feelings. They're not gonna play with your time. They're not gonna waste your time. Fear of God strikes the deepest souls. They're gonna think twice about doing something stupid, like, oh, they meet this 10 out of 10 dude for a moment. Like, I could be with this guy, but God was already given me another girl to be with, my partner. Like, they'll think about it. Is this decision I'm about to make a wise one, or is it more of how I feel? Is it based on wisdom or feelings? I start to ask those questions. They're gonna think twice about it. A real Christian, if they really fear God, they don't answer to their feelings. They answer to God. They bring it forth to God. Be like, God, I know there's this guy that I'm interested in. Is it really worth it? Oh, nah. And they'll have these debates, have their talks with God, and they're gonna realize, you know what? This bozo already loves me. This guy probably can pick someone up, next week. Some cute girl next week, like a pick me girl. They're more likely to think twice about deceiving you, cheat, or emotionally manipulate you, because they believe that love is sacred. It's not something you can throw away like money. It's a finite resource. It's something that you give your heart out to someone. Okay, it's kind of like how they think. Because God's love is sacred. It's real, genuine, and you don't want to toss it around. It's only for the people that actually want it, or are deserving of it, or who you want to give it to. If they're not gonna betray God, right? Think about it. If they're not gonna betray God, then they're less likely to betray you. And if they're afraid of a almighty, powerful being that can smite them at any moment, which he doesn't, by the way. But they don't fear that if they won't betray that guy, they won't betray, you, because you're a child of God. Whether you like it or not, you're made in the image of God, right? Think about it, and God loves you. So if a Christian goes up to you and be like, "I cheated," they're probably not a Christian. They're probably just a fake Christian that says they're Christian. They let their temptations get over them, so on and so forth, blah blah blah. Another thing why I think Christians are great people to try to date. Not saying that they are, though, because we are still sinners. We're still bound to fall over and capitulate, or fall into sin, fall into our old habits. But when they do, when the storm hits, they don't run to God. They don't run to TikTok advice on their FYP. They go to God. They go talk to God. Like, "Hey God, I am having a bad day today. I don't want my girlfriend that you gave me. They weren't so nice to me today. Or well, I lost my job." That's what an average conversation it sounds like to God. Like when something happens really bad, they talk to God about it. They don't go to their besties or their bros, their homies. They go to God, because God's gonna solve their problems. God's gonna help them. You your besties, your homies. Yes, they might be loyal to you, but what if one of those homies, pushes you to a direction that you shouldn't be going, or they judge too early, right? Just break up with them. Just move on. They clearly they probably don't care about about how you think of them. That they don't put that into consideration a lot of the time, and they judge too early because they're not you. You're probably also not thinking straight when this happens, right? Christian partners, as their ultimate goal is to be united with God. They also think about how they want to be united with you. A real Christian does that. They think that marriage is a covenant, a sacred thing. So, they won't just wanna disappear. Sorry. a lot of them a lot of them won't ghost you when it comes to like when something happens. They pray with you. They go up to you, be like, hey, I feel like a relationship's falling over. It's not really doing great. You should pray to God about it. And like, hey God, is this, if this relationship not for me and for you, me and him, break it up with it. Yeah, like, let your will be done, not mine. That's what a lot of Christians say. Well, a lot of the true Christians say. It's a lot of them want to do their own way, but I haven't really. I could talk about it, but I don't need to. Let's move on. Christian love is ordered, intentional, and stable. Christian relationships, at least when you're trying to date a Christian, they have an idea what marriage looks like, how they should love people, and how they should love you. Stability is something that they pursue. I mean, at least I do. A lot of Christians see that stability as a good thing. Not like they're not people that look for chaos, because they're probably a Christian because they're trying to seek peace. So they're gonna, if they're trying to look for you, they're trying to hook up with you, trying to be with you, trying to date you, trying to court you, they probably see a stable relationship with you, and they don't see it from anyone else. Like, probably are attracted to you. Who knows? They want to continue staying that way because Christian relationships are not based on feelings, you see. It's about commitment, because in the Bible, love isn't about feelings. It's about actions. It's not about the flattery words. It's about the actions. When Jesus Christ died on the cross, he didn't say, I love the world so much that I'll let myself be crucified because I love them so much. No, he quietly allowed himself to be crucified by Pontius Pilate, to be whipped, to be crowned with the thorns, with the crown of thorns, carried his cross. Did not ever once complain. It's more about, because actions speak louder than words. No, that's how my mother wants to see it, at least. Christian love is a very, like, a lot of Christians think about this thing called waiting until marriage for romance, sex, whatever, the fun stuff. They're slow about it. They want to get to know you. They want to feel things out. And if they want you, they want you. They're not gonna be trying to like hook up with you really quickly. They want to at least know you. They want to love you properly, as you should be receiving. And they're also very quick to pray. If ever anything bad happens, they're going to go to God immediately. It's how they keep their lives stable. It's like, you might think that, like, oh, Christian relationships are so boring because no romance, no sex, no fun stuff before marriage. Like, that's kind of boring, man. But that's the romantic part about it. It's self-discipline. It's denying yourself to the easy access of romance and like sex. Because hookup culture is something that we love to do today. Like, attention is a currency, sex is the prize, and it's something that you should be trying to get. It's dumb, right? Don't get me wrong. I think it's dumb. Let me get it straight. I think it's stupid because we just don't. We like think about it. Ask yourself this question: if I love someone, is it worth it? Like, if you had any self-respect, you would think that this kind of attention I give to someone is only for that person, right? Right. Because I put the time, I put the effort into trying to love them. And that stuff is exhausting. Like, loving someone is exhausting. Putting the effort in, saying the I love you, saying the this and that's, thinking about a future with this person. That's not easy. For a lot of people, you guys think it is. And sex is just a reward. Like, oh, I like you so much. I love you so much. And then, you guys are gonna be like, oh, smoochy and stuff, without any of the commitments. Like, put a ring on it first. If you want someone, put a ring on it first. If you want someone, put a ring on it first. Bless it. It's a covenant. If you want someone, treat them like they're valuable. Right? If you really want this guy, they deserve the dignity, the respect, to have you tell them that I want to commit to you. Bound in marriage. You're not some short-term fling I can get with. But no. Oh, sorry. I'm just practically ranting at this point. I'll move on. When Christians want to date you, they look to you like they're trying to date, they're trying to marry you, okay? They want to be with this person for eternity, because that's what Christians are looking at here when they become Christian. They're looking for eternal life in heaven, and they want you in. Like, don't get that twisted. We're not trying to, well, a lot of us, or at least me, we're not trying to look to exploit you. We're not trying to rob you. We're trying to pull you into something greater. A relationship with God. Crazy. Self-discipline is the real romance. Why I say this is because we live in a generation where that isn't disciplined. Sex has been cheapened, and Christian self-discipline restores the sacred. In the olden days, back in my day, sex used to be a very sacred thing. Something only found in bedrooms between a wife and a husband, a groom and the bridesmaid. I don't really remember, but husband, wife, in their own bed, complete privacy. There was no porn back in the day. There was no cheap thrills. I mean, yes, there were prostitutes, but for the majority, sex was seen as a sacred thing. Can't get it anywhere else, or you shouldn't get it anywhere else but in marriage. Right? Nowadays, sex is treated like a commodity. It's casual, accessible, and something that you can exploit. It's expected in a relationship. Sex is expected in a relationship. Situationship, casual relationships, even serious long-term relationships. It's expected. Sex is in there no matter what. And you might have standards. You might say no, and they might bugger off. Right? Christians wait. Not because they're afraid of pleasure, but because they understand what it is. Because, like, imagine you're getting naked. You're going naked with someone else. They're gonna be doing something with them, right? Think about that. Think about that. Real sharply. Why do you even put on clothes? Because you respect yourself. You wouldn't want someone to see your butt. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Okay, so before I was interrupted, I'm gonna continue yapping. No edits, no whatever. I'm gonna continue, no matter what. Where was I? Oh right, because you don't wanna be seen. You don't want your private parts to be seen. So we cover ourselves up. Because we have dignity, we have self-respect, and we shouldn't be throwing that away. We shouldn't be giving this guy that we just met access to our bodies, or even like the voices that we do when we're, yeah, I don't know how to make it more friendlier, but when we pleasure ourselves, we make noises, and they like those noises. That stuff is something that a lot of people don't hear from you. Why are you giving it to someone that doesn't even want you for a long time? Why are you offering it up like, oh, you're trying to test drive? You're trying to see if you guys are sexually compatible? Yes, you guys are sexually compatible because you have the male genitals and the female genitals. Yes, they're compatible. Why do you have to test drive it? At the end of the day, if you test drive it, the where it's still going, it's back in the shop, right? You know that. I have my eyes on you guys. I have my eyes on you guys. But, anyways, every time that you should be giving out your body, it should be a vow. Because this is why a lot of people are perverted. A lot of people objectify you and they wanna do things to you that you probably don't agree with. It's because you're not modest. You're not being, you're not keeping to yourself, and you're offering it to a lot of people. Wise man once said, the cheapest products attract the most customers, but when the price is high, it's when you start becoming more valuable by not giving people access to yourself. People are gonna be like, damn, this guy is hard to get, and that's what you should be doing. That's why you're probably in so many failed relationships, is because you allowed this person to get in somewhere where it's sacred. Think of it as a commodity. I've already made this example. But when the price is low, it attracts a lot of customers. But when the price is high, it starts attracting the right kind of people that can afford you. What I'm talking about is afford you, as in they're willing to commit, they're willing to stay, they're willing to be patient, they're willing to build this relationship, and you probably have a better time at dating people. Christians follow that example. God, they say, I don't touch what isn't from God. Okay? Because they know it's gonna get them in trouble. Christians also say, the one who can say no before marriage is the one who will say yes for life. Right. Correct. Before they, like, let me say that again. The one who can say no before marriage is the one who will say yes for life. What this means is, if you have the self-discipline, the dignity, the respect, and so on and so forth, to say no to casual relationships, they're gonna be the ones. You're gonna be the one that can say yes to eternity, to for the rest of your life. You can be with that someone. If you have the discipline to not entertain short flings, you'll be able to understand what long-term relationships feel, and genuine ones at that. And the fifth reason why Christians are great to date, because they wait for God to bind their souls. Christian love doesn't rush into claiming, like, oh, I love you, I want you, please give me your body, please let me touch you and stuff. They don't do that. Only God joins what is eternal, because again, they're looking for something greater, and that's eternity, right? They don't play house before marriage. They don't move in with their partner. They don't act like their relationship partners, their wives or husbands. They don't blur boundaries and call out love. If you say no, it's a no. They don't try to scrub it off. They don't try to make it more appealing so you can say yes. They say no. I respect you. I respect your boundaries. Don't try to grab me, okay? They one other thing. They understand that God is the one who binds the relationship, and they won't force what has not been sealed. Okay, let's go back. This goes back to number 1, right? The first point I made, where they pray about it. They pray about who they want to be with. And if they want you, probably gonna look at you and be like, yeah, I want to be with this woman. And when stuff happens, when it gets difficult, you're gonna ask God, hey, me and her, we want to be with each other for the rest of our lives, because we're compatible. We think we're compatible. But God doesn't join them. Heartbreaking, I know. But probably God
with my friends.
saw. Alright, see ya. Heartbreaking, I know. God doesn't join them together. Why? Because God hears the conversations He doesn't know. Boom. You know, a Christian wants to be given, not grabbed. An example, I guess. They want love. They want peace. They want eternity with someone. They don't want someone that's going to claim them in bed, to mount them, and then to be defiled, and then suddenly a relationship blows over. And they go, damn, I tried this hard just to be empty. Because they robbed me of my sacredness, my dignity, my self-respect. Because they kind of, yeah. They don't pretend to be your spouse before they become your, before they become your promise. They're not gonna manipulate you into thinking that you're the one. I'm gonna be with you for the rest of your life. Not gonna pretend like that until God says yes to it. Because they understand that, oh gosh, my thing's been broken the entire time. They understand that things are just not meant to be. And there is a lot of trouble that you could, you know, escape just by understanding and following God. This video isn't about finding the right partner. This is finding someone who walks toward heaven, something greater than this earth. You want love that endures, that can last for a while? Find a Christian. Find a Christian that actually fears God. You want something holy? You want something different? You want something unique? Be someone holy. Christian love that doesn't feel like a game. It feels like a calling. See? So stop chasing compatibility. Start chasing God. And watch who keeps up. Because you're going to be running your jog with God, and then this Christian guy comes along. God send or not, he's there. God's watching. He's probably blessed you with something. Something great. The reason I made this video is to remind myself and to help you guys out in the future. When I find a partner, or when I crush on someone, I'll be looking back at this video, be like, damn, I shouldn't, let myself down like that. I shouldn't throw away myself like that. Sorry about that chest, by the way. Womp womp. You have to deal with that. I'm not gonna retake this video. Here's where I enjoy my lovely little gestures. But anyways, it's for you and me to look back into the past and see, like, oh look, set of advice that a random stranger gave to me. I'm done personally with dating people that are not of God, because if it ain't from God, I don't want it. Okay, I don't want these fun relationships with very attractive people. I want someone who can pray with me, right. I want someone who walk in peace, in love, and so on and so forth, that Christians believe in. Eternal fruit, patience, so on and so forth. The good things. The good things about reaping the fruits of the Spirit. I want someone that has that too, so I could enjoy their fruit. To be with them forever. This is not to shame people. This is not to, make them feel bad about having no standards. Actually, this is supposed to inspire you. There's something greater out there. It's Christian guys or girls. Either or. I don't know which gender you are. Since, it's gonna be a video. When you do find a guy or a girl, don't be afraid. Okay? When you find a Christian woman, Christian man, don't be afraid to deviate. Right? If you ever do, don't be afraid to steer a little bit away from your journey with God. Just get closer with someone that that is going the same route. Like think it as if it's a detour, right? Like you see this cool car, and you're like, damn, hold on, Yeah, who's the driver of this one? You know, you guys are still going to the same path. Pod. You know? That's it. Might be something that's worth your time. Believe me, dating Christian guys is worth it, especially if they're really locked into their faith. But that's all, folks. See ya. I'll be ending the stream now. Hi. Let me take you out.